Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the Prem Bhakti Chandrika series. Today we are going to discuss verse number 24, which talks about conquering enemies by remembering Krishna. The verse goes like this: क्रोध बाना करे कि बा क्रोध त्याग सदा दिबा लोभ मोह एत कथन क्षय रिपु सदा हीन करिबो मनेर भिन्न कृष्ण चंद्र करिया स्मरण. So we'll see the direct meaning and then we will go into details. Krodhabana kare kiba. Do not be angry at anyone. Krodha tyaga sada diba. Uh, give up the anger all the time. Lobha moha eita kathan. Similarly, give up greed and illusion. Chayaripu sada hina. The six enemies are always inferior. Karibo manera bhinna. Or I will make them inferior and I will detach my mind from them. How? Krishna Chandra Kariya Smaran. By remembering Krishna Chandra, the Supreme Lord Krishna. So let's understand the details of this. So first of all, it is important to know that the anger is one of the deadliest enemies. Sri Yudhishthir Maharaj tells Draupadi in Mahabharata that not con- one who is controlled by anger or who is not able to control anger, he can speak any harsh things to anyone. He loses all his intelligence. He uses the words that he is not supposed to use. He goes beyond the etiquette and he can do something very hideous and heinous and cause violence to others and at the end cause the cause his soul to go to hell. So therefore Krishna also in Bhagavad Gita says that damba darpo bhimanasya krodha parushyameva cha ajnanam cha abhijatasya partha sampadam asurim. The demoniac wealth is this: damba darpa bhiman, the pride, arrogance, conceit, and then krodha, parushya, anger, harshness, and ignorance. This is the wealth of demons, asuri sampat, which causes daivi sampat vimokshaya nibandhaya asuri mata, which stringently binds the soul to this world, and not only binds him, causes him hellish suffering. Therefore, Krishna says, Trividham narakasyedam dwaram nashanam atmanah kama krodhas tatha lobhas tasmadetam trayam tyajet. A very interesting thing, if you note the how the words are used. Kama, krodha, lobh, the lust, anger, greed are the doors to hell. What does it mean? That means one has a choice to enter the door or not enter the door. It's if you choose to enter this door, you will surely go to hell. That is the meaning. That means human being cannot say that, oh, I cannot control anger, because he is not driven by instincts like animals. He has the Vivek Buddhi by grace of the Lord, God given intelligence, and Shastra given instructions and association of devotees. So, with that, he can make a sound judgment of entering that door or not enter that door. Therefore, tasmad etat trayam tyajet. He can make this choice and he should make this choice if he desires any good for himself. So, Krodha Tyaga Sada Diva, Lobha Moha Eita Kathan. Similarly, Lobh, that is greed. So, Yayati Maharaj tells Devayani, after he is disillusioned, after uh, enjoying sense gratification for thousands of years, he tells Devayani, Yat Pruthivyam Vrihayavam Hiranyam Pashavastriya. The entirety of grains, that is foodstuff, animals, gold, and women that are available on the earth. All of them together cannot satisfy one person's greed. Hmm. Na duyyanti mana pritim punsa kama hatasyate. They cannot satisfy one person. Knowing this, one should be satisfied with whatever is quota is given to him. ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्चित् जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता मा गुरुदा कस्य स्विद्धनम्. So Uh, so therefore, uh, one should give up this greedy mentality. Shri Rupa Goswami also mentions that this is a very dangerous thing. Atyahara prayashasya prajalpo niyamagraha janasangasya laulancha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. Atyahar, being greedy for more eating, prayas, over endeavoring, and laulya, greed for things not related to Krishna. So that greed has to be given up. Okay, one should be greedy to do more and more devotional service. Just like one can be angry for towards the miscreants who hate the devotees and hate God. So one can show one's anger towards them, and one can be angry for right reasons, but one cannot be controlled by anger, and one cannot be controlled by greed. So one should remain satisfied and with whatever one has, and to counter lobha, one should also understand that these things cannot satisfy me, first thing. And secondly, it is Krishna who can only give satisfaction. So only devotional service can bring the satisfaction. There is no end to sense gratification. There is no end to the demands of the senses. So knowing this truth, one should give up the lobha. Hmm. So just like one has to give up krodha, one has to give up lobha, and one has to give up moha also. Lobha moha eita kathan. Similarly, moha. So our Rishabh Dev describes what is moha. पुंसा स्त्रिया मिथुनि भावम एतत् तयोर मिथा हृदय ग्रंथि माहु. The sense attraction of man towards woman and woman towards man is the cause of the bondage, or the knot in the heart. The man thinking this is my wife and I am her husband, etc. That kind of thing is creates a tight knot in the heart. Atha kshetra gruha kshetra sutapta vittai janasya mohoyam aham mamedi. And then there is expansion, gruha, there is house, there are children, there are relatives, and there is wealth. And then one in illusion thinks that, oh, this is my wealth, this is going to be remain with me forever, and I am the master of it. So this kind of illusory possessorship uh, occupies his mind and keeps him bewildered. So therefore, very mercifully, our Adi Shankaracharya has sung the Moha Mudgar Stotra. In that he's awakening the sleeping soul, saying that Katava Kanta Kaste Putra Sansaroyam Ativa Vichitra Kastyatvam va Kuta Ayata Tatvam Chintaya Tadidam Bhrataha. Who is your wife? Who is your son? This world is very wonderful place, or very uncanny place. It's very strange place. Kasyatvam va kuta ayata. Whom do you belong to? And where are you coming from? All this tattva you think very carefully, brother, and relieve yourself from illusion. So yes, that is true. But in this Kali Yuga, simply by Tattva Vimarshan, it is not possible. So yes, it could be a good starting point, what Shripad Adi Shankaracharya has suggested. But as Lord Brahmaji has said, that तावद् रागादयोस्तेन तावत् कारागृहं गृहं तावद् मोहोङ्ग्रि निगडो यावत् कृष्ण न ते जनाः. So the best solution is to keep Krishna in the center of the family, so that one slowly and gradually and organically become detached from the possessorship or doership or controllership, and understand that Krishna is the only controller, he is the doer, he is the enjoyer, and the whole all the family members are his servants. And taking care of the family in that way is more practical and doable and possible. Simply thinking that oh, I am not this body, and these relatives are not mine. Yes, I mean, tattva wise one should understand these facts also, but practically speaking, it's not possible or practical to give up the entire family structure. Or even if one gives up the family, it's not possible to completely, like theoretically stress upon the point that I am not this body. The best practical way is to engage this body, Rushikena Rushikesha Sevanam, in Krishna's service, and once relatives in Krishna's service, Rushike Govinda Seva. That is the best way of doing things, understanding who is the real master, and then uh, simply understanding that I am not the senses is good, but more important is using those senses in Krishna service. Right now, I am in the possession of senses till this body leaves. So till that time, I should use these senses in Krishna's service, and whatever senses I have in next life and next to next life, I must be engaging them in Krishna's service. So that is how one counters the moha or illusion. And then Chaya Ripu Sada Hina. It is mentioned that all these six enemies are actually always inferior. The soul is beyond them. These six enemies are the part of material world. One should know that I am beyond this world. And Karibo Manera Bhin, step aside from them. You know, keep your mind away from them. That's doable only by remembrance of Krishna. Krishna Chandra Kariya Smaran. Without remembering Krishna, by process of Gyan and Yoga, it is extremely difficult to control the mind. Arjuna himself has says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, Pramathi Balavad Drudam, Tasyaham Nigraham Manne, Vayoriva Sudushkaram. It is easy to control wind, but it is not easy to control. It is difficult to control the mind comparatively. So then Krishna says, yes, true. Asamshayam Mahabaho, Mano Durnigram Chalam. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyana cha guriyate. So what is the abhyas? Always remember Krishna. And what is the vairagya? That keep away from things not related to Krishna. So that is the only way a soul can detach himself from matter and attach himself to Krishna. There is no other way. The soul has constitutionally no power to independently counteract Maya. दैवी ही एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्य मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते माया मेताम तरन्ति. Only by taking shelter of higher, although soul by constitution is higher category than Maya, but Maya being Krishna's energy has the power to captivate the soul forever. So only when soul takes shelter of Krishna, by taking shelter of divine energy, spiritual energy, then only the material energy influence is subdued and vanquished gradually, slowly, as one gets more and more strength in devotional service. So that's all about today's verse. And Krishna willing, we will meet again. And till then, have a very nice Krishna conscious day. Hare Krishna.